Hey everyone, welcome back. Gonna do a little bit more tinkering here with the Athlon XP build. But first, I've got a couple pieces of mail I want to open. One from a viewer. So let's do that first. If I can find my knife. So this is from YouTube user CJ67. He was nice enough to send me a couple things. That have my address on them and his address on them. Let's see what the first one is. Ooh, pretty. This is a GF4 4200 Ti. These are great cards, great value. I've got one somewhere. I've got one in my my Pentium 3 rig, but the fan on it ain't so great. It's a little tired, and I think I'm gonna definitely put this one in there instead. So yeah, that's the first card. And the second one is a 9700 Pro. And I'm just borrowing this. Basically what I'm going to do is benchmark this card against the FireGL X1 if I can get the FireGL X1 to work. It'll be interesting to see because that FireGL is based on the 9700. It's got the same core. Don't remember if this has 128 or 256 megs. Let's see what it says. Doesn't say directly on there. I think it's only a 128 meg card. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see the difference between the consumer card and the workstation card, which definitely the latter has 256 megs of RAM on it. But other than that, it are kind of basically the same card. This one does have an extra power header, uses a floppy cable connector, whereas the workstation card gets its extra power through the extra connections that it has, etc. So once again, thank you for sending me these over, and hopefully everything will go smoothly and I'll be able to benchmark the two together, and then this one will get sent back to him, and try and think of something special to send him as well. So just got a text message. Oh boy. Thanks again. And the second package. This is an eBay purchase. At least I hope it's what I think it is. It's quite well taped. Pardon me. Wait here. It was a little scary at first. I was like, this is not anti-static bubble wrap, but that's okay because it is in fact inside a proper anti-static bag, which is actually sealed. Fancy. Get that cut open. You want to guess what it is? Yep, it is another FireGL X1. So second time's the charm, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully this one works. If this doesn't work, then that means there's just something wrong with the motherboard, or as I had kind of hoped, or kind of thought maybe the problem it might be power. In which case I'm going to take another recommendation by the previously mentioned viewer, CJ67, and I will be purchasing a different power supply. He recommended one to me, and I'll give that one a shot for sure. But hopefully everything's fine with this card, and it'll work just fine inside the old Athlon XP machine, which currently is running great. Got XP on it. I installed 3D Mark 2001. That's about as far as I got. But it just has a GeForce 2 in it that I had sitting around basically as a test card and just to make sure everything else was working right. So yeah, let's go ahead and pop this open, get it wired up, and then we will try out this card and see if it is the key to getting AGP Pro working on this computer. Alright, we've got the test bench, if you will, all set up and ready to go. We can take out GeForce 2, set it aside, and we will try the replacement X1, which is a little tricky to fit in here with all these cables, but it'll work. Finagle it just right. Hold your tongue at the right angle, and here we go. It's fully seated. This card requires a DVI. Ooh. I haven't used this DVI adapter before. I wonder if I should try the other one that I was using. We'll give it a shot. As long as it goes on there. Hit the back power. Got a green light on our board here. Let me make sure my monitor is set to the right input. Guess that's it. Let's go. Well, the fan's really loud. And it doesn't post. Am I surprised? Not particularly. Crap. That sucks. One thing that this motherboard does have is another red LED kind of near the AGP slot, which lights up when there is a problem with the video card, or, well, I guess it's for when there's the wrong video card in it or something like that. Can't remember what the manual said. I've never seen it turn on. Like with my broken 9600, it didn't come on or anything like that. When I tried to use the Riva the other day, it didn't turn on. But it does not turn on with either of these FireGL cards. So maybe that's a good sign that the cards are in fact operational, and that we have some other problem here. I just wish I could test voltages and stuff like that, but since I can't post, I can't really get into BIOS. I can't even use a hardware monitor in Windows, of course. Yeah. It's just a real bummer that 2 out of 2 attempts with these FireGL cards have proved to be completely fruitless. But I guess I can stick something else in there, eh? Let's go ahead and put the GeForce 4200 Ti in there. That'll be good. Right. Let's do it. Okay, we got the 4200 in there. Give it a shot. A lot quieter. And we post. There we go. All is well. Well, still need to install proper drivers for it, but that's easy enough. I'm trying to remember what driver version I ended up using on my Pentium 3 for the same-ish card. Because I know those old NVIDIA drivers are kind of fickle. Kind of don't like to do... don't like to cooperate all the time. But be another reason to check out Phil's Computer Lab's website, because he's got a whole bunch of old drivers listed on there, and hopefully one of them is highly recommended, or recommended more than the other. Oh shoot. Forgot to hit yes. So I'll go ahead and get one of those on here. Need to plug in some Ethernet. Hopefully I don't have to flash drive it over. It's just one more step, you know, you gotta do. In fact, let's do that right now. If I can get around the camera. To the other side. Haven't installed any useful web browsers on here. So, what I'm hoping is that I can access it just fine through Internet Explorer 8. We shall see. I think it's just philscomputerlab.com. Nope, maybe not. Let me check. No, that was correct. It's just Internet Explorer ain't gonna work. Which sucks, because Bing works. Thanks, Bing. Crap. I feel like I might have tried this already. Trying to install the last version of Firefox that worked with XP, which is 52.9 extended releasey thingy. No, that's right. I need an SSE2 card or CPU. Shoot. That's what the problem was. Well, drat. I'll dig deeper. Well, Windows XP and web browsers and not having an SSD2 instruction CPU, not working out. So we just flash drived it over. I'm throwing on version 67 of the NVIDIA display drivers. 67 point something. We're just going to give it a shot, see how it handles it. I'm sure down the line I'm going to hit some game that doesn't like that version, and I'll have to upgrade or downgrade. But for now, we'll see if that cooperates with 3D Mark. And of course, oh boy, I'm going to have to look into driver cleaners. Proper driver uninstallers. At least I remember that being a problem back in the day. If you swapped from probably even within the same brand of card, you wanted to uninstall the old drivers completely and then install their new version or your new brand version. Maybe that isn't as much of a problem as it seemed like it was back in the day, but I don't know, we'll see. So here's our first boot. Come on, it's being a little chunky, but so far so good. Auto adjust this monitor. There's our 3D Mark. And benchmark. See if it at least gets through the first one. Oh yeah. It's running great. I'm gonna have to get newer version, what is it, 03 is next after 01. But for now, 03 should give you a pretty good idea between cards. Not quite period correct, but kind of period correct. Looks like it's not really taxing the card, at least at this resolution, of course. And being the unregistered version, I don't really have any settings I can change. So, the old Matrix ripoff. Classic. Ooh, creepy. Oh yeah. And there we have it for now. 9504 3D Marks in 2001 SE. Have no idea how that's going to compare to everything else. I could easily look up benchmarks, but I'd rather keep it interesting, and we will have to see together how well the 9700 performs, and hopefully in the future the Fire GLs. So that's probably about it for today, eh? So sorry for the slightly lackluster video here, but not a whole lot I can do. I want to save the 9700 for another time. Don't really feel like dealing with drivers, and I don't have a whole lot of time today, so hopefully this, maybe it's a shorter video, I assume it's a little bit shorter than the last ones, will suffice, at least for now. But as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, I guess. So, take it easy.